So this is the wrap-up for the live market open for April 8th. It's a Friday. It's been a long week, especially for the yen. We're finally seeing a bounce back in dollar-yen and yen pairs in general, profit-taking ahead of the weekend, job owning from the BOJ, and some stability in other places. Watch out for a slide in copper. That's sort of a back burner story at the moment. Yesterday was quite an eventful day. The ECB meeting minutes, which is in many cases a non-event, was significant. They told us that they were discussing further rate cuts back in March, more than they did from -30 to -40, and that making such a cut would send the pair to the lower bound. So we know now that the ECB can further cut and we're not at the lower bound. That's different from what Draghi said. That's one of the things that returned euro-dollar from the rally back to the previous range. US figures were okay. Draghi did not break new ground. It was mostly the ECB meeting minutes. Well, he's responsible for that as well. We had the Yellen sounding not extremely dovish. That helped the dollar, well, just a bit because, well, she was so dovish last week. This time, in meeting with her three predecessors, she was sort of okay. Those are the main events. Today in the agenda, before we look at the charts, we had a positive German trade balance, which most importantly showed a rise in exports. We have a double feature from the United Kingdom at 8:30 GMT, just in 45 minutes or so. Manufacturing output with industrial output, it's basically the same release, but sometimes there are differences there. And the trade balance release, expectations are for more of the same on all of them. We can always have surprises. We need all figures to go in one direction to have a significant response. Okay, at 12:30 GMT, we have the Canadian jobs report. For me, the main event for today. I know that many traders shy away from the loonie, but it does move quite nicely. And a speech by Bill Dudley, number 3 at the Federal Reserve after Yellen and Fisher, and he's a dove. A light dove, I would say, not an extreme one. Okay, so let's look at charts in this wrap-up. Okay, as we speak, dollar yen is moving above 109, so this profit-taking extends. Quite a nice move there. That means the yen is weakening across the board. 110 is the next resistance, followed by 111. Lots of round numbers here. The low so far has been 107.66. Moving to euro-dollar. Support at 113.35, resistance 114.10. Euro-dollar moved to the previous range. The extended range is 114.60, a veteran line, and 112.50. Pound-dollar, well, rising a bit this morning. This could be the beginning of the front running. This big move from support at 140.50, now all the way to 141. Could be expectations for a better than expected industrial output, manufacturing output release in the UK. Perhaps if the actual result is, well, as expected or even a bit to the downside, we could have a reversal of this move. This looks to me like the typical front running more than anything else, but it could be also some risk on sentiment because we're seeing commodity currencies rise as well. So dollar CAD getting closer to support at 130.80, followed by 130 resistance, 131.70 and 132.20. Aussie dollar moving a bit higher, found support at the around 75 number, further resistance at 76. Watch out for copper prices. And the Kiwi dollar at 67.86, under resistance 68.20, support at 67. Okay, so that's the wrap up for today. Now we'll